Minister Narendra Modi and President of Uzbekistan Shavkat Mirziyoyev attend virtual bilateral summit, strongly condemn terrorism. Health Minister Harshvardhan says India's world-class research institutes spearhead campaign against COVID-19. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma tests positive for COVID, while region sees a decline in new cases. Agitating farmers and government express readiness to find solution to the stalemate. And Meghalaya Governor to call upon Union Home Minister Amit Shah to discuss ILP implementation. A very good evening to all our viewers and welcome to Northeast News Bulletin from the studios of DDK Guwahati. I'm Chongamla Tumra and now the stories in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President of Uzbekistan Shavkat Mirziyoyev today held a virtual summit. This was the first of its kind between India and a Central Asian country. The leaders discussed the entire spectrum of bilateral relationship, including strengthening of India-Uzbekistan cooperation in the post-COVID world. Stating the relationship between India and Uzbekistan as very strong, Modi said there is a lot of similarity in the understanding and approach of both countries to the challenges and opportunities of the region. He also added that India and Uzbekistan have similar concerns about extremism, fundamentalism and separatism. He said both nations stand strongly against terrorism. India and Uzbekistan also have a similar approach on regional security issues, added Modi. Addressing the inter-ministerial meeting organized by the World Bank through a video conference on vaccination of South Asia against COVID-19, Dr. Harshvardhan informed the audience of the vaccine distribution expertise, production and storage capacity of India and vast network of professionals to streamline COVID vaccination. He stated that India's world-class research institutes have spearheaded the campaign against COVID-19 and are currently working towards facilitating capacity building for producing, distributing and administering the vaccine. The minister added that 260 vaccine candidates are in different stages of development globally. Out of these, 8 are scheduled to be manufactured in India, including 9 indigenous ones. In the COVID update from the region, Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma tested positive for COVID-19 and currently under home isolation. While as per data, Arunachal Pradesh has recorded 685 active cases, while the number of discharged cases is 15,739, while the death toll remains 55. In Manipur, active cases stand at 2,970, the recovered cases 23,397, the death toll 318. Meghalaya reported 580 active cases, while the number of recovered cases is 11,883. The death toll is 123. Mizoram 202 active cases, while the cured cases are 3,800 and death toll is 6. Nagaland reported 666 active cases, while discharged cases reached 10,868. Death toll 68. Sikkim has now 367 active cases and 4,779 recovered cases. Death toll is 118. While in Tripura, the number of active cases is 373, while the number of cured cases is 32,250 and death toll stands at 374. In the corona update from the state, Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma in a tweet said 140 active cases were detected out of the total 22,649 tests conducted in the last 24 hours. With this, the total number of COVID cases in the state stands at 2,14,305, out of which 3,516 account as active cases. Meanwhile, the recovered cases reported a percentage of 97.89 with 2,09,789 discharged cases. The death toll stands at 999. In the corona update from the country, India crossed yet another significant milestone in the fight against COVID as the active caseload in the country further increased to 3.71%. Witnessing a continuous decline in the total active cases in the country, the total active cases now stands at 3,63,749. Nearly 8,500 cases recovered in the last 24 hours, taking the national cumulative recovery rate to 94.84%, with a count of 92,90,834 recovered cases. Meanwhile, the Health Ministry reported 414 loss of lives in the last 24 hours, which takes the total death toll in the country to 1,42,186. In the corona update from the world, the total number of cases have topped 7,7,85,406, while the recovered cases have reached 4,92,01,327. Meanwhile, the caseload for the dead stands at 15,89,742. As per data, USA records the highest with 1,60,39,393 total COVID cases, followed by India and then Brazil with 67,83,543 total cases. Time now for a short break. We'll be back with more news. Stay with us.
ये विशाल है ना, इसका सब प्रॉपर चलता है।
कल उसके बैंक अकाउंट में 15,000 रुपए का फ्रॉड हुआ है, पता है?
इसको तो कोई टेंशन ही नहीं होती है, देखना।
टेंशन क्यों? मेरी कोई गलती नहीं थी। फिर भी फ्रॉड होने पर मैंने तुरंत बैंक को इन्फॉर्म कर दिया। आरबीआई कहता है अगर आपके अकाउंट से किसी ने धोखे से पैसे निकाले हैं तो बैंक को जल्द से जल्द इन्फॉर्म कीजिए। 3 दिन के अंदर इन्फॉर्म किया तो कोई नुकसान नहीं होगा। जितना लेट करोगे उतना ज्यादा नुकसान। और सुन, सब चलता नहीं है, प्रॉपर चलाना पड़ता है। आरबीआई कहता है जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
Welcome back. Keeping in mind the ongoing farmers' agitation, the government expressed that it is ready for open-minded discussions on provisions the farmers have objections against. Addressing the media, Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar said the government wanted to liberate the farmers of the shackles of mandi so that they could sell their produce anywhere and anyone at their own price outside the purview of the mandi. The government reiterated the fact that the farm reforms have been brought forth, keeping in mind the best interests of the farmers. The Nagaland Secretariat Service Association NSSA celebrated its Golden Jubilee with the theme Braced to Excel at Secretariat Park, Kohima on the 10th of December with Deputy Chief Minister of Nagaland Y. Paton as the special guest. Gracing the occasion, Paton congratulated the association for attaining 50 years of its inception. Over the years, the association has always maintained high standards of professional ethics and values in the governance and thereby considered as a premier association. It is also being housed in the Nerve Centre and working relentlessly with successive policy makers of the state government. He appreciated and thanked the association for initiating the management and maintenance of the park, which he said will be enjoyed by not only Secretariat employees but also the visitors. Meghalaya Governor Satyapal Malik will visit Delhi to meet Union Home Minister Amit Shah and discuss the demand for the implementation of the Inner Line Permit (ILP) and the Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Amendment Bill 2020 after the 17th of this month. This was informed by Chief Minister Conrad Sangma soon after meeting the Governor and discussing both issues at the Raj Bhavan. Today is International Mountain Day. Keeping in mind the threats these spectacular landscapes face in every way, Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar in his message said India is home to the Great Himalayas and many other mountain ranges with unique biodiversity. Mountain ecosystem plays an important role in shaping the sustainable development strategy of our country, unquote. He stressed on the conservation of this natural resource. Meanwhile, while briefing the media in New Delhi on the eve of completion of 5 years of Paris Agreement, Javadekar said climate change is not a result of recent actions but of historical actions, and that India is in no way responsible for this climate change but chooses to be a responsible participant in world affairs combating climate change. Chief of Defence Staff General Bipin Rawat says that presently there are over 120 warships of extra-regional forces deployed in the Indian Ocean region in support of various missions, while speaking on the theme of contesting the Indo-Pacific for global domination. Highlighting the importance of the India-Pacific region at the Global Dialogue Security Summit, CDS Bipin Rawat said most of the countries in the region are seeking to reap the economic dividends through improved connectivity and harnessing blue economy, for which infrastructure is a prerequisite. Residence powers and extra-regional power have shown a renewed interest in investing and in infrastructure development in these countries to maintain and increase geopolitical influence. The approach to security needs to shift from unilateral to the multilateral mode, which mandates increasing training engagements with partner nations in order to fortify the future, he added. Meghalaya PHE Minister Renington Lindo Tongkhar ensured that the much-delayed Greater Shillong Water Supply Scheme Phase 3 will be completed before the end of the tenure of MDA government. Speaking to media persons, Lindo said that the project requires an additional fund of 65 crores in spite of Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma sanctioning 25 crores from the Special Assistance Plan for the project. The minister also added that the government is working on the idea of providing water tap connection to each and every household of the state before December 2022. Viewers can also watch our bulletins and other programs on our YouTube channel DD News Guwahati. To end the news, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President of Uzbekistan Shavkat Mirziyoyev attend virtual bilateral summit, strongly condemn terrorism. Health Minister Harshvardhan says India's world-class research institutes spearhead campaign against COVID-19. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma tests positive for COVID, while region sees a decline in new cases. Agitating farmers and government expressed readiness to find solution to the stalemate. And Meghalaya Governor to call upon Union Home Minister Amit Shah to discuss ILP implementation. And finally, before taking leave, viewers are reminded to maintain physical distancing and frequently wash hands with soap or sanitizer. Remember to wear a mask properly and join the Mask Up India campaign by Doordarshan to defeat the pandemic. And that's all in this bulletin. Thank you for watching. Namaskar.